A girl in Houston got kicked out of her own prom because her prom dress was too skimpy. But not only did she get kicked out of her own prom, she got escorted out in handcuffs.
And arrested, which is... people get arrested too easily these days, man. Arrest was supposed to be something that was really harsh, you know, right. Reserved for, like, extreme circumstances. So she didn't want to leave, and you're escorted her out. It's done. Why you got to go bring her to jail and stuff?
Right.
Besides which, you know, we're going to have a nice discussion here as to whether she should have been escorted out or not. So let's take a look at the picture. And now, it's the girl on the left. Obviously, that is quite a skimpy outfit. You got to say, that's not... Oh, wait a minute. I hadn't seen that picture.
That's a terrible prom dress. It is.
You know what? It's outrageous. And I'm kind of amused by her chutzpah. I mean, it's what does it mean to be outrageous? I mean, it's, you know what the thing is? It's only outrageous because she's in high school and she's going to the prom, right? But if she was an adult and she lived in Miami, that would be the most normal outfit you'd ever seen in the history of South Beach.
Right. It's totally understandable. And here's my argument about it. She shouldn't have been escorted out. In fact, she should have been allowed to go to the prom and have a good time. I think that, honestly. I mean, I think that is probably the most hideous dress I've ever seen in my entire life, if that even qualifies for a dress. But who is she harming by wearing that? It's a prom. It's a dance. Everybody's partying. Everyone's having a good time.
You know what? No, look, I think this is the right adjudication. I know everybody comes out different on this. But, look, we have let it slip out of control. Because then why can't she just come in a see-through outfit? Okay? Right. And be like, okay, well, here's my hoochie and here's my nipples and it is what it is and what? I paid for the prom.
Right, but she's
I think this school, look, I think it's a perfectly good outfit in Miami. And I don't have any moral problems with it, of course not. But within the context of a school, I think the school should be allowed to say, no, you don't get to wear that outfit in a prom. That's ridiculous. Okay? Now, where they escort her out with the handcuffs and arrest her is where they go overboard. And she had a very good point. She said, look, if you're going to kick me out of the prom, at least give me my money back. And they're right about that. I mean, she's right about that.
Right.
Okay, all right, fine. I don't get to go into the prom. Fine. But you got to give me the money. Mm-hmm. And to take her money, not allow her in, and then arrest her, they went from being right to being wrong. You see, by an overreaction.
Right, definitely.
I'm completely 100% with Anna. Because you know what the punishment is going to be? Mm-hmm. When she looks at these pictures later and goes, what was I thinking?
Exactly.
That's what really it's going to be. Because, yeah, I think what we can all agree on is it was an ugly dress. And that was really the biggest mistake.
No, you know what the funny thing is? I don't even agree to that. I think in Miami, I think it's a perfectly fine dress, depending on the right.
Can't she wear
like, that's a dress that if an adult is wearing it, I'm kind of into.
Do you understand that there's a train on that dress? Like, it's a short skirt, and behind it there's this...
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's a long, dragging, like, train, like on a wedding dress. And what actually ended up happening...
That makes it bolder.
No, and, okay, you're done. But what ended up happening, and we didn't get to this part of the story... she wanted to improvise because she had that long train. So she told the school official or whatever, look, I could take it and wrap it around my midriff so my midriff doesn't show, right?
Yeah, okay.
They didn't let her in anyway.
Now they're being dicks.
I guess the problem that I have with this story is her dressing that way doesn't harm anyone. I honestly don't think it does. It doesn't harm anyone.
Well,
they're not in a learning. The whole point of not dressing in skimpy outfits when you're at school is so it doesn't distract students from learning, supposedly, right?
Well,
they're at a dance. They're at a prom. Let her wear what she wants to wear.
But this is going to distract kids from dancing appropriately. They've learned, you know, the waltz I hear and the other whatever dances that they have and tango and stuff. And they're 1, 2, 3, 4. How are they going to concentrate with this barely covered woman up next to them?
I was of the school that it doesn't qualify as a dress, but it doesn't look ugly. It looks hot.
Oh, okay. Dave's keeping it real.
Wow.
Dave's keeping it real. Okay, you're the school administrator. Do you allow her in?
Especially when you wrap the trail around. I would go to the principal's office in the lost and found and grab like a shawl that someone left and just put it on her shoulders and say, go in.
Yeah. Ah, see, Dave, so reasonable. So reasonable.